We are champions. We are champions. It was never in doubt. Like I said, it was never in doubt. Like this was the only match that was sure. Everybody know, everybody knew Chelsea would win the Conference League. Like like it was no news. It was no news that Chelsea would win the Conference League. Like I said, my league finished on Sunday. We won't qualify for the top four. Now, for me, this is icing on the cake. And I will say kudos to the boys. Kudos to the boys. Kudos to Enzo Maresca. This means a lot for them. For me, it means nothing. I've seen this club lift Champions League. I've seen us lift Europa League. I've seen us lift Premier League. I've seen us lift FA Cup. I'm not really sure I've seen Chelsea lift FA Cup. But I've seen Chelsea lift every single major European trophy or every single major trophy. For me, this doesn't mean a lot for me. It doesn't mean nothing for me. Minus the bragging right that we have completed the set, it doesn't mean nothing to me. But kudos to the boys. This is an icing on the cake. This is an icing on the cake for me and for every Chelsea fan out there. I know on the grand scheme of things, the Conference League doesn't mean shit. But I'm telling you, this means a lot to these players. They have tested how to win. They have tested winning trophies. They have tested winning something. And, when you win, it's infectious. You get me? So, I hope they are contaminated with the vibe and they want to do more. And I could go on and on about where a lot of things went wrong in this match. But kudos to Enzo Maresca. Kudos to Enzo Maresca for the setup he went and him identifying the changes that were supposed to go into this match. I'll criticize his lineup a little bit. Enzo Maresca kind of gambled this match. Now, I was expecting him to go full strength from the first half. But Enzo Maresca, he always wants to start a different way and end a different way. And kudos to him, he worked out. Kudos to him, he worked out. You watch at that lineup, he went with Philip Jorgensen, which I fully support to be on the go. And he went with Badiashile and Chalobah, which doesn't make sense to me because Kowi has been on form for the latter stage of the season. And when we saw him when he came in, that back line was cemented. And look at the other Frank, Cucurella, I said it. Cucurella is locking up Anthony. Anthony is doing nothing. And Anthony has nothing to play. But the only wing where Real Betis were coming for us was the right wing, the Gusto wing. Starting Gusto in this match didn't really make sense to me. I don't know whether Romeo Lavia was available for this to be in this match, but I was expecting Caicedo to start there. That wing, oh my goodness! Every chances that Real Betis had in that match came from that wing, and that was when what's my man's name, when Malo Gusto was on. Immediately James came in, the whole vibe was different. We'll discuss about that. And then going to the midfield, I think Caicedo was just as a single pivot. He was there alone. He was there as sitting six. I get me, and he played double 10. Enzo Fernandez and Kopama. And then you have Neto on the right wing and Noni Madueke on the left, and Jackson up top. This 11 somehow I was start Kowi, but the show doesn't have any business starting. This is a final for you guys. It mean a lot for you guys. It mean a lot for the fans. And this final kind of saved face for us because a lot of people, a lot of fans would have been cooking us. A lot of fans would have been cooking us. Immediately we went down 1-0 down in the first half, 9 minutes into the game. My guys are already calling me. I'm already receiving call from Manchester United fans. And that's when I tell you, I don't give a fuck about Arsenal fans. I banter Arsenal fans because it's fun, but I don't give a F about Arsenal fans. My guy was already calling me, and unfortunately I wasn't online. My phone was going off. Bro, that first half of that game was something else. The first half of that game was a different game. Now, like I said, Enzo Maresca gambled it. Gusto today was rubbish. I'm telling you, he was rubbish. And this is why Rhys James, no matter how many times he goes injury, he will always be he will always have cement that right back position anytime he comes, anytime he's on his feet. When Rich James is fit, he's better than Gusto, and he have shown it this season again and again. Rich James was one of the difference maker in this match. First half, we considered one goal. See, that match would have finished in first half, but Real Betis didn't take their chances. They had a lot of chances, and kudos to Isco. And that is what you see about experience. Isco balled that midfield. Isco balled that midfield. I'm telling you. Minus James coming in and some changes. Isco was dealing with that midfield. If we had lost this match, it would have been because of Isco, not because of Anthony. Everyone was hyping up. Anthony did nothing today. I don't know the guy who was playing at the Gusto wing at 11. I think he's 11. I don't know that guy. Fantastic guy. Got the first goal. But yeah, went into the second half. Obviously, I've seen clubs when we won our last Champions League. It was 1-0, 1-0 over. But one thing that gave me hope is that Spanish team don't always sit down. They always sat back. Like if you watch Tottenham, 1-0 shut up shop, 1-0 lock up, COVID-19 lockdown. They closed they closed everywhere. They now sat low block. And I said to someone, Spanish teams don't always sit low block. They are very, very arrogant. There we come out, and that is where our opportunity will come. Now, in the second half, what I was seeing wasn't really giving me hope. And Nicholas Jackson, minus him scoring, I think we have seen more than enough evidence that we need to upgrade on this guy. When we get into the Champions League, it's going to be a different ball game. We're not going to play Real Betis every day. When we get into the Premier League, it's going to be a different ball game. It's not going to be like this every day, and that is where we need experience. And one thing I will give shout out to the team, because I think they are maturing. 1-0 down, I was like, there is no way we are coming back from this. But this team are kind of growing stronger and stronger together. When we started equalizing, I think from around 60-70 minutes, we started equalizing. I had hope that we win. See, I lost hope. But I was like, something in me tells me we'll win. But 4-1 in a final, that shows you we like I said, we are too qualified for, like, quality choke. We'll be oversized for this league. Let me use broken so you can understand it. We'll be oversized for here. We'll be oversized. They should have given us that trophy from the beginning of the season. I don't even know why Real Betis had to go through this stress. And everybody was against Chelsea. Today was the word against Chelsea. And like I said, we played really, really well. Good goal from Kopama. Kopama is class. Boy, oh boy. Kopama is class. 2 assists. 2 assists. Kudos to the boys. Kudos to the boys. Should I start singing about Caicedo? Like, should I start singing about that brother? Caicedo is perfection. If Caicedo is a woman, is the perfect woman. I'm telling you. Now we talk about Cucurella. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cucurella. Like when I said this guy is the best left back in the league, he is the best left back in the league. Anthony had nothing to play. Where was Anthony? Cucurella should release Anthony because the match is done. I didn't see Anthony. He didn't do shit. He did nothing. Or should I go singing about our wingers? I don't even want to talk about our wingers. But Sancho, like when I tell you Sancho, when I say I want Chelsea to keep Sancho, I want Chelsea to keep Sancho. This brother deserves time. He deserves time. If Sancho picks up, it's going to be a difference maker for us. If Sancho picks up, I don't think any winger in the Chelsea squad right now is going to beat him. This is a guy that has been at the top level and he has done it. Maybe he has been on a downward spiral for a few years now. But boy, oh boy, Sancho changed the game. Sancho, Cole, James. This three substitution was the key for us in changing this game. Jackson could have had a hat trick. Well, sorry, could have had a break in this match, but he fluffed it. But am I not just happy? We outdid ourselves. We outdid ourselves. This is a crop of players that everyone doubted, including me. I doubted us. I doubted this squad. I said there is no way this squad is doing anything. I actually believe we are going to win the Conference League because we had more than enough quality. We had more than enough to win this league, to win Conference League. But this is where I'm looking at the board. You guys are doing it. Kudos to you guys. Kudos to the board. Kudos to the directors. Kudos to what, like, you guys. I think maybe you guys are right, but I still think this team needs a little bit of experience. I still think we need a little bit of experience if we are going to compete at the top level. Excuse me. If we are going to compete at the top level, compete for Champions League, we need needle movers. Now, like I said, next season, this season, should I say we are lucky? Yes, we are lucky and we are good. And let me say something. Maresca phase 1 has 1 trophy. Arteta phase 8. Arteta phase 8 has 0 trophy. Arteta phase 8 has 0 trophy. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Now we have qualified for Champions League. Next season, I want us to compete for the league. I'm not saying win the league. Compete for the league. Be around that conversation till like January, February, March. And then we see what happens. If you see what happened this season, there was no competition for the league. It was a one-man race. Liverpool dominated the league, and the rest of the teams were not able to catch up. And this is why I want us to go into this market, and we should be ready for any scenario. We should be ready for any situation, because an opportunity like this might present itself next season. I don't see Manchester City coming back from where they are. I think their problem, like, it's deeper than we think. I think Manchester City problem is deeper than we think. Liverpool, do I think they're going to have the engine to go to in a row? I don't know. They're actually signing some good players, but we're going to talk about this in the summer. But kudos to the boys. Like, this has been a fantastic season. I think this trophy, for all the stress this team gave me mid-season, I think this trophy, it was worth it all. It was worth it all. And this shows why we are the biggest club in London. This is football heritage. You get me? This is football heritage.